Thank you, everybody, for attending this session on a Sunday. And this is the long weekend. I think many of participants are also traveling. And thanks to everybody who have joined from all over India for this final session. Actually, this is like the 10th session of our 10 weeks course on finance planning. We started with the basics, and finally, we have now come to the last session, which is on your will and how do you protect what you earned after you, even after your time in the earth. So that's the final session. We thought it is very important to know about this aspect also, because it is ignored topic. Basically, we don't want to discuss a will or all these things because we feel unpleasant, and we always think that we are immortal, and it's I'm not going to die and things are not going to happen. But basically, we need to be aware of this, and it's very important to write a will. And today's speaker is Dr. Kumaresh, who is a very good friend of mine, and he is an anesthetist by profession, basically. But he is a very rare species, because it's very hard to see a doctor who to develop a skill in a different specialty. So Dr. Kumaresh, over the last 10-15 years, has developed a special interest in finance, and he's a finance advisor, and used to do it part time, but over the last 4-5 years almost he has been doing it full time. And just now he told me that he is retiring totally from anesthesia to start his finance consultancy as a full time. So it's very important to have somebody from our faculty who also has the understanding of the finance world. And Dr. Kumaresh, I have seen him speak in a lot of conferences on this interesting topic, and he himself has written a will, and basically he will take us in very simple terms, like how do you write a will and what is the important of that, and he will showcase by examples also. So I don't want to give a lot more introduction. If I keep introducing Dr. Kumaresh, it will take a lot of time. Over to Dr. Kumaresh. Sir, please go ahead and continue your presentation. After the presentation, we will have a 15 to 20 minutes discussion on this topic. So if you have any questions, please reserve it for the end. And once the presentation is over, we can have the discussion. Over to Dr. Kumaresh. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Good evening, all. At the outset, I thank everyone for giving me this opportunity, especially of 13. Without much ado, we will go on with the topic. Loss of loved one causes the most emotional distress in the world. To make the matter worse, if the family members not able to access the financial assets of the deceased, dead person, emotional loss is often inevitable, but financial accessibility can be avoided by proper estate transfer planning. Estate transfer planning, whenever I say this word, many think that it is only related to real estate. No, we are going to see what is estate and what are all the things that we are going to see. First, a disclaimer, this idea, suggestion, guidance are of general recommendation only. This does not apply entirely to all individuals. Depending on the family dynamics, it may change. So we strongly urge to take professional advice before taking any of the guidelines presented. We all think money is the root cause of all evil. Whenever there is assets after the death of the person, problem arises in the family. So we think money is the root cause of all evil. Why estate planning is required means to for whom we are earning money, and after us, whom we are going to intend to inherit our money, to our brother, parents, children, sister. Sometimes we need to share. We want to share. Our family tree is very simple. Last generation, father, mother, they may have 3 kids, daughter-in-law, and to granddaughter, grandson, like this. We think that if the son dies, every asset goes to the daughter-in-law, grandson, granddaughter, like this in a vertical manner. We think it's like that. So there won't be any problem at all. We think, but what happens? No, we all put nominee in life insurance policy, but this much amount lying unclaimed. How much? 15,000 crores is lying unclaimed in life insurance policies. In banks, 11,300 crores are lying unclaimed. 76% of the litigations in property due to family disputes. 76% of the civil cases in courts are due to property related issues among the family. So, totally 64,000 crores lying unclaimed because of lack of estate transfer planning. When we see financial planning private, first we have to protect our wealth by life insurance policy, medical policy, personal indemnity. Then we all know we have to create wealth by investing in real estate, gold, equities, mutual funds, debt, in other asset classes, rare asset classes. And finally, we have to divide our wealth to the next generation. Wealth distribution is also coming in the financial planning pyramid. So it is often ignored, but it is of top priority. So objectives of the session are why we are not doing proper estate transfer planning, what are the components of estate, consequences of dying without estate planning, tools of estate planning, and various implications. We will see one by one. Why people avoid estate planning? Because death is such an unpleasant event, people avoid talking about it. And we have a lot of time in this year to plan for that. And acting on it involves too much work and time. It is tedious. Sometimes we may be totally not interested or nothing we have got to plan. With regard to estate transfer planning, what constitutes estates means recurring deposits, gold, PPF, fixed deposit, insurance policies, post office schemes, mutual funds, bonds, stocks, cash, real estate, land. All these constitutes estate, not real estate alone. So, what are all the tools of estate planning we have got? We have got these tools. We are going to see one by one, each and every tool advantages. Let us, before seeing the tools, we have to find out what will happen if we do nothing. So this is more important because if you don't do nothing, what's the consequences of that? Why we should know? If we know that, then we will start doing estate transfer planning. So first we will see the consequences of not doing estate transfer planning. The person who is not done any estate transfer planning is dying intestate. That is, without doing any estate transfer planning, he dies means dying intestate. The desired person may not get the wealth, or desired person may get only partial wealth. Lot of time may be consumed to pass to the desired person. It may cost time, money, effort to climb the next generation for your wealth. So, if you do nothing, then what will happen means property will be inherited in accordance to the law of succession. That means if I am a Hindu, Hindu succession act. If I am a Christian, Jew, Parsi, Indian succession act. That is Hindu Succession Act 1956. It is Indian Succession Act 1925. Muslim means Muslim succession law. In a Hindu succession law, for a legal heir of a male, there are 4 classes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Overall class 1 legal heir of a male means wife, son and daughter, and mother. So if I die without doing any estate transfer planning, my assets will be divided into 4. One part to my mother if she lies, to my wife one part, for my son one part, and my daughter one part. So it will be divided into 4. If my mother also has not done any estate transfer planning means, then it will go to my father, my brother, sister, and as one part will come to my wife for my part, my share now is there, no, that will come for me. So what's happening? We want our assets to transmit vertically. Here, horizontal transmission of assets are going to happen if we don't do any estate transfer planning. So if my father has given me education and made me a man, he got married to expense, all these expenses are there, but from my assets, he's not going to get anything, not even a penny. Not even a penny. If any one of the class 1 legal heir is there, then it will not go to class 2 heir. If my wife is not there, son and daughter is not there, my mother is not there, so these class 1 legal heirs are not, nobody is there, then it will go to my father, brother and sister. These are all class 2 legal heirs. And there are many other legal heirs in class 2 place. If nobody is there, then it will go to class 3, that is known as agnates. Persons should be related by birth or adoption through chain of male link only. Through male link only. If nobody is there, then pass to not only males, it contains women also. If nobody is there, then the assets, all the assets will go to the government. So, what are all the legal heirs for female? There are 5 legal heirs: husband, son, and daughter. Like this, it will go. So, this is an interesting WhatsApp which was viral in 2018. I will briefly tell the story. Husband, wife, working in IT company. Wife is in maternity leave. So, husband goes to ATM with wife's ATM card and withdraws 25,000 rupees. The money was not coming. So they called the call center. They told that it may be ATM glitch, it may come. But it didn't come. They went to bank for 2 or 3 times. They got fed up. Then they went to bank ombudsman. Bank ombudsman told, PIN revealed, case dismissed. You should not reveal the PIN even to husband. PIN revealed, case dismissed. They didn't leave the case. Through Consumer Redressal Forum, they took the footage printout of the ATM that the money was not coming out. And from Right to Information Act, on that week, that ATM machine had 25,000 rupees extra money. With that, they gone to court. Their SBI lawyer appeared and argued that the video footage clearly says that the wife is not using the card. She has not come and used that card. See the card, it is written as not transferable. That means it should not be transferred even to wife. She alone can use it. It is not transferable. So, case is dismissed. Case is dismissed. So, what is the solution? So, husband cannot use wife's card, or wife cannot use husband's card. What's the solution? The solution is either or survivor account. If it is single account, then the problem is there. If it is either or account, then both can handle. Power has come to both of the person. So where we can have either or surveyor account, savings banks, fixed deposit, mutual funds, demat, NFC, post office, and real estate also. In savings bank or FD, if the either or surveyor account, if first one person is died, means the surveyor has just to produce a death certificate. The surveyor will get 100% of the balance. Fixed deposits will be handed over on maturity. In post office and deposit scheme also the same. Just give the death certificate, the surviving depositor will be treated as his sole owner and he can operate it like his own account. So in mutual funds also, it's very easy. Just give death certificate, bank account details of the new first holder. Everything is changed. These are all some of the advantages of having either or survivor account. Next, we will go to the next two, that is nomination. I have heard many people that we have put this person as nominee. If I put that person as nominee, that asset belongs to that person after me. We all think that like that, but it's not. It's not working like that. We think it's working like that, but legally it's not. It's not. Nomination is the right conferred upon the holder to appoint a person to receive the monies in case of death, not to enjoy the money. He is not the owner of the money. No. He is not the owner of the asset. No. What nominee has to do? Nominee can act as a trustee. He even cannot enjoy the full asset if it is not written on the will. He has to take the money out and share among the legal heirs according to the Succession Act. If will is not there. If will is there, then it must be divided. The nominee has to take money and act as a trustee and divide the percentage that is written on the will. So you can put me as a nominee for your bank account. I cannot enjoy the assets or bank amount money. No. I have to take money out from the bank or sell the assets, take the money out and give it to your legal heirs. I cannot enjoy your assets. So nominee can be done either at the time of making investment or subsequently any time. Nomination also can be modified any number of times. If nomination done, then the claim process is very simple. Claim form, death certificate, ID proof. That's only required. If nomination is not done, sometimes we have to get probate from the court, succession certificate, copy of the will, all those things. It is very cumbersome. Very cumbersome. So, if the nominee is dead, then it is good as no nominee. Nominee laws can sometimes vary products. So we have to check. Depending on, sometimes some products, nominee laws may change depending on the law that's operating. Changing the nominee is very simple. Just filling this one form, the matter is done. The matter is done. Then we will go to next, that is known as will. Will is a legal declaration of the testator with respect to his property, which is decided to be carried out in effect after his death. So what are the components of will? The testator is the person who writes the will, and legatee who receives the assets. Executor, the person who administers the estate of the deceased person. So will should contain personal information, name, age, address, declaration of sound mind, documents and property details, portion in which assets to be divided in percentage or to whom it's going to be given, signature. So these are all must. And we think will is a singularity. No, there are different types of will. There are different types of will. Conditional will. If you put some condition on will, suppose like that, if my son marries
I'm
daughter-in-law from
give
the
me
same community,
patience, no? You just came in full. 145. So
so if you put some conditions on the will, like my son marries a daughter-in-law from the same community, he will get 1 crore extra. We can put the condition and write the will. That is conditional will. What is joint will? Husband, wife joined together writing a will. Please don't do the mistake of writing a joint will. Because after the death of one person, the will cannot be changed. So the next generation or our son or daughter know very well that they are going to this only. So many times they stop taking care of the left out spouse, father or mother. So never ever do the mistake of writing a joint will. Mirror will. Mirror will is, especially this is written in a childless couple. After me, everything goes to my husband. Husband writes it, after me, everything goes to my wife. And there are some interesting cases out there. Like both of the husband wife met with an accident and dies means who will, suppose in Malaysian aircraft accident, if couple is traveling and the Malaysian Airlines announces 5 crores for each passenger who are traveling, now there are 10 crores of asset. This 10 crore goes to whom? 5 crore to husband side, 5 crore to wife side, or to both. Who will take care of this 5 plus 5, 10 crores? Who will get that? Means at that time, our forensic medicine book says the person who is elder dies 1 second earlier than the younger. Among the two husband and wife, who is elder dies earlier, 1 second earlier, and the younger one dies 1 second later. So a property or any asset cannot be without any title, even for a single second. So the death of one person, immediately it goes to the other. So the younger one will get the entire 10 crores, not 50-50. So that will go to that family side. The other family side will get nothing. That is mirror will. Sham will. In many families, we have seen that the next generation, son or daughter, threatening, if you don't write in my name, I will commit suicide. They threaten the parents. At that time, write the will. Next, they change the will that yesterday it was a sham will. Next is oral will. Oral will is acceptable in Muslim law. Then when a soldier is in action, that is in action field, in war, when he is going to die, when he says this assets is to be going to go, is to be given to this person, then that is valid. that is oral will. Handwritten will, that is known as holographic will. What's the ideal time to write a will? Can anybody chat in the chat box? Ideal time to write a will? Oh, fantastic. Satish Kumar, Dr. Satish Kumar is saying now. Good. Now. Good. Dr. Ramesh Murthy, Dr. Muthuram is telling now. Dr. Maheshwari, anytime. Sampada, anytime. Anytime, okay. Ideal time to write a will. Okay, fantastic. The ideal time to write a will is the day we have got any one of these assets. The day we have opened the SB account and the money 1,000, 2,000 rupees is there. Who is going to handle this 1,000 or 2,000 rupees in case of my death? That is the ideal time to write a will. So, next ideal time. Type in the chat box. Next ideal time to write a will is marriage. Okay. The next ideal time to write a will is yesterday. Because not now. Because like our past president, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji, I may die, I may have infarction at now, and may I collapse now. So we have lost 2 ideal times to write a will. So at least write a will today. Write a will today. So what are all the essential features of will? 21 years. Plain paper is enough. No need for any bond paper, stamp paper, no. There should be 2 witnesses, minimum. The 2 witnesses may be ideal choices, younger age, because the chance of surviving is more. One should be a doctor to prove that this will is written in sound mind. And that witness can be a lawyer. So ideal person, 2 witnesses can be, one should be a doctor and one should be a lawyer. Date is very important because we can write any number of will. The last will is the valid will. Because multiple changes is possible. And registration is not mandatory, but strongly advised. What is this assignment of responsibility? According to Guardianship Act, there are 3 types of guardians. Up to the age of 18 years, parents are the natural guardian. In case of special child, after 18 years, we have to go to the court and get the court appointment guardian. The second is, we have seen in so many accidental cases, both husband and wife died, and during Corona, both parents have died. So, if both husband and wife or father and mother died, then there are 2 people, there are 2 persons who are behind our wealth. One is predators, another one is predators. Predators are generally our loan given company. That is car loan, home loan, personal loan, jewel loan. They are predators. They will come for their money after we pass away. The second person is predators. Predators are generally our disgruntled close relatives. So they will come to swindle our wealth. If both father and mother died in an accident and minor kids are there, then who is going to take care of our minor kids? So our predator, generally our close relative, he will go to the core and fight to get the guardianship of our kids. Guardianship of our kids. Will he take care of our kids very well? He is behind our well, not to for the good for our kids. So what can be done is, we can write in your will who can take care of the minor kids after if something happens to me and my wife. That is third type is testamentary guardianship. So natural guardian, court appointed guardian, testamentary guardian. How to find out that testamentary guardian? Close your eyes for 5 minutes. Think that you and our spouse is not there in this world. Who is the ideal person to take care of the minor kids? Think for 5 minutes, closing your eyes. A person will come. He is testamentary guardian. But the problem here is, he is well-wisher of you and kids, but there should be some cooperation from the testamentary guardian spouse. It's not just like leaving the kids for 3 to 5 days for a picnic. No, we are not going to come. There is one-way ticket only. There is no return ticket at all. So is it possible to convince the spouse of the testamentary guardian? It's very difficult. We have to get concerned. Otherwise, my kids will be in soup. So what can be done is reciprocal testamentary guardianship. That is, we have to come to an agreement that in case of our absence, you should take care of our kids. In case something happens to you and your spouse, we will take care of your kids. That is reciprocal testamentary guardianship. So if there is a minor kid, we should do this or write letter of guardianship. This is very, very, very important. How to make, because will is challengeable in court. Writing a series of will and add a clause that rupees 1 lakh to be given to the Lord Shiva temple at Tanjavur, like that. Some temple give donation of 1 lakh. In write another will, the same composition, write whatever you want to give, write 50,000 towards Lord Shiva temple, Tanjavur. Write another will after 6 months, the same thing, add a clause that 2 lakh rupee to the Lord Shiva temple, Tanjavur. So in case the will is get challenged in court, the judge has to decide whether Lord Shiva's temple should be given 50,000 rupees, 1 lakh or 2 lakh, not the property that we wish to give. So, because there will be disputes in our absence. We have seen so many cases like that. The will is challenged because the next generation, our kids, fight for one particular property or asset because emotional attachment is there. I have seen fight was there for a simple watch. You all have seen. So next is writing a will for each asset class. For real estate one, financial asset one, write separately. And invite a grand party and celebrate it that you have written a will. No need to tell what it is written in. But will as written means, in will is challenged means, they will come out and they will tell that this will was written during this period. So whether hiring of lawyer is recommended in case of complicated situations like interreligious marriage, professional meetings sometimes needed to avoid confusions. What are all the advantages of registered will? Some authorities demand registered will. Sometimes we can avoid fees for transferring property. High trust is there. So then we are moving into the trust. Trust is an obligation annexed to the ownership of the property, because one person is going to hold the property for the benefit of the other person. So it is a locker. Trust is a locker-like arrangement where the settler settles some assets to the locker, in the locker, by trust deed, trust property, beneficial interest. And trustee is the person who is going to take care of the trust in fiduciary obligation. That is, trustee is putting this in settler's shoe, and he will work only for the beneficiary's trust. And it is distributed to the beneficiaries according to the trustee deed. That's it. Because I can be the settler, I will put all my assets to the trust, and I can be the trustee, and I can be the beneficiary. All three, it is possible in case of trust. Because we doctors are in high risk profession. Now the professional litigation is going high and high. Now our court is awarding 2 crore, 3 crore, like that. In Kunal Saha case, we have seen the court has awarded 13 crores. If the court award 5, 6 crores, what will happen? We may have some professional indemnity for 1 crore or 2 crore. Then for the other 4 crores, all the financial and physical assets will be attached, will be snatched from us. So doctors are at high risk. So protect our skin. What we have to do is, we have to create a trust and put all our financial assets and real estate property in trust. And you can be the trustee and you can be the beneficiary, and can tell the court very well that you don't have anything at all. So to protect our assets, trust is highly recommended for doctors, because nobody knows which one case can swindle all our assets. No, professional indemnity 1 to 2 crore only. After that, litigation is going higher and higher, because litigation is, we can't escape. What all the types of trust? We think trust is only for public. No, private family trust we can do. Revocable, that is, it can be cancelled at any time during the life. Irrevocable means it cannot be changed after the death of the settler. Like that we can do. Discretionary means according to trustee's discretion, the assets can be divided. Determinate means it is fixed by the settler at the time of settlement, and it should be distributed according to the formula. The trustees has got no discretion or obligation to distribution of the property, or combination of all these things are there. In case of properties in Chennai, Calcutta, and Mumbai, even if there is will, we have to get probate from the court. Will has to be probated from the court. So probating the court, getting probate from the court We have to pay stamp duty, charges, time, money, effort. It will take minimum 2 to 3 years to change their property title. For those people, family settlement is a very good option. We know about general power of attorney. We have to do sometimes specific power of attorney. For example, you may have also seen these cases like this. 1.5 years back, a psychiatric chief of Madurai Medical College had myocardial infarction and cardiac arrest happened at his home. So the CPR was done for half an hour and was in ventilator for 1 week, 10 days. After that, he was extubated. And for the past 1.5 years, he's in coma. For the past 1.5 years, he's in coma. If the bank account is single, if the bank account is single, how to take money out from the bank to treat? For the treatment purposes, how to take money out from the bank, from the FD? Because if FD matures, it will come to bank only. If after the death only, the nominee can, after giving death certificate, the money can come out. But in this case, what is happening? He is alive. His money cannot be taken out for his treatment. For that, we have a solution that is known as financial, springing, durable power of attorney. In case of physical mental disability, not able to do that, at that time, this power of attorney will come in picture. Financial, springing, durable power of attorney. And now living trust is becoming popular, like do not resuscitate. If the family is not able to decide whether to take the person out of ventilator or not, because it is emotional thing, no? So at that time, what to do? We can write living trust. Like that, there are special power of attorneys are there. So trust or will, which is ideal. We have seen many films that if you are going with your lover, then you will not get even a penny from my assets. Like that, we may have heard so many dialogues in films, but in will, it's not possible at all. He or she will challenge in court. So if you are going to disinheriting a family member, then trust is probably the best alternative. Or if your hairs are minor, we have to write a trust. If anyone rely on you for financial support, like if you want to give some money to your uncle's son because he might have taken care when you were young, so uncle might have passed away. You want to help the uncle's son, then if he is relying on your financial support, uncle's son, then will is not the best option. Your family members may not support after your death. Till you are alive, you may be supporting the family, but after that, they will not take care of your uncle's son. So, are you having anyone with disability, special child? If your answer is yes, then trust is the best alternative. If the answer is no, will is probably the best choice. But for all doctors, we should have a private family trust to protect our assets from the patient's litigation. So, money is not the root cause of all evil. Love for money is the root cause of all evil. Lack of estate transfer planning is the root cause of all evil. So, money is not the root cause of all evil. So, we should teach the art of giving. See, Mr. Ashim Premji is the 5th largest donor in the world. We must know how to give back to the society, how to philanthropize. So now the action time, maintain physical records of all investments along with the contact details of respective financial instrument. Because you know the login password, email ID, everything should be written in a single place. Original documents, PAN, Aadhaar, draft should be kept in a single place. Convert your single account into either a survivor account. Check nomination in all accounts every year. Find out your legal heirs. Create a will and get it registered. Inform your family members about the will. So, all the objectives of the session is met out. I am not a lawyer. I am not an auditor. I am not a tax solicitor. Just a doctor like you, having a little bit knowledge on estate transfer planning. Now, I am ready to answer your queries. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very interesting, very simple, and right to the point. So, Dr. Ramesh Murthy, we'll go on to the questions. Dr. Ramesh Murthy, you can unmute and ask the question yourself, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful talk. One doubt we had, sir, as you said, will could be written on a piece of paper also. So, is it a must to register the will in the registered in the office of the municipal corporation, or we can even do it in the presence of a lawyer and a doctor who certifies that we are mentally sound?
No, sir. Even a single paper, white paper is enough. But registration is not mandatory, but strongly advisable. Strongly advisable.
So, does registration improve or it enhances the validity of the will in the court of law?
Will can also be challenged. So many wills are challenged in court.
But so how to make a foolproof will?
Authenticity. It doesn't give validity, authentic. Because in the registrar office, the person who is writing the will goes and signs in the presence of registrar. But even the registrar doesn't know what is written in the will. Even the witness, doctor or lawyer, doesn't know what he is written in the will. Only thing is the witness is proving that the signature is done in presence of him. That's it. Even the witness doesn't know, need not be known what it is written in the will.
So can witness be family member, close relative, or one of the beneficiaries?
No. If the beneficiary is the witness, then the will is invalid. It should not be written in coercion or something like that. The beneficiary should not be the witness. If the beneficiary is the witness, then he's not going to get anything from the will.
Should we make a trust also, sir, separately, apart from a will, family trust?
Yes.
And is a trust need to be registered, sir?
Yes. Trust is a different entity. Trust formation means, because suppose Kumaresh Private Family Trust has got a PAN card, has got a bank account. It's a different entity. Every year we have to file the income tax return.
Okay.
It's a new, it's a entity.
Okay.
Legal entity. So it must be filed. Income tax should be filed every year.
So do you think we should have trust because we are single small doctors? So should we have single trust or we should have only will? What is your suggestion?
All doctors should have private family trust to protect you from litigation.
Okay.
Because if only one case is.
So we transfer all assets to the trust, sir?
Yes. Everything should be, it is like locker. Trust is like a locker. You can put anything inside the locker and it will be protected.
So if I have brought X property in my name, can I put it in the trust?
Yes.
Even though it's in my name?
Yeah. It should be transferred in the trust name and change the title of the property make it irrevocable. That's it. It cannot be attached by court, like PPF, and PPF cannot be attached in court, no? Like that. This cannot be attached in court. All the assets that's there inside the irrevocable trust cannot be attached in court. That's another one is life insurance policy in MWP Act, Married Women Protection Act. These two things cannot be attached by court.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I am Mr. Manoharan. Hello,
Yes, sir.
I am Dr. Manoharan from Krishnagiri.
Yes,
I
sir.
have only one. Is it necessary to write a will? I am only one son.
Depending on, yes, you have to write the will, sir. You have to write, because even if one son is there, while he has to get legal heir certificate, no? So time, money, energy is lost. If will is there, it transfer will be very easy.
Okay.
Another thing, another interesting story I will tell you, sir. It's real story. One doctor asked me, I've got only one son. Do I need to create a trust? He asked me. I said, yes. Why? He asked me. Sir, you have got only one son. Okay, I do understand. After the death of the doctor, all the assets will go to the son. If you write a will, that's okay. But something might have happening between son and daughter-in-law. Okay, for every family may have some problems. Okay, that's okay. But sometimes what happens, immediately after the transfer of the assets to the son, after the death of doctor father, the daughter-in-law files for a divorce case to get the alimony. Many cases are there. So it is always advisable, if the asset size is, if you have got 5 crores of financial asset, better to go do a private family trust, because that will protect you from the son from you also, son from other predators also. Who knows? On hearing this, another doctor came. He said, wow, I don't have son. I have got only one daughter. Oh, I'm lucky. I said, sir, there is problem in one single daughter also. What problem? He asked. The daughter gets married and goes to the in-laws house. If the son-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law ask your daughter to bring money, your father is a big guy, big doctor, wealthy doctor, get some money, we will do some business. If your daughter comes to you and asks for money, you all know that 95% of the business are failures. You can't say no. You can't say, I can't give money, because she is the only daughter. To protect your daughter, we have to create trust.
So there is a question on how much does the trust registration cost? What is the cost involved in starting a trust?
For will, the cost is almost nothing, 1,000, 2,000 rupees only. But for will, for creation of a will, we need a team of experts, auditor, tax consultants, and who is expert in creating a trust. That cost around 1 to 1.2 lakh rupees for writing the trust deed. According to the family dynamics, according to our circumstances, it needs specialization. So the cost is that after that, audit will apply for a PAN card and start opening the bank account. You start shifting the financial assets to the trust account. You redeem all your financial assets, pay the capital gains tax, put it trust name. That's it. Only the properties, stamp paper duty we have to pay in real estate properties. Otherwise,
So once the property goes into the trust, it is the property cannot be sold, and it has to be sold only to another trust. Or
no,
what
it's
happens?
not a public trust. It's a private family trust. For
Okay,
public
okay.
trust, we are confusing with public trust. We generally think that in terms of public trust only. But in private family trust, the trustee can sell for the benefit of the beneficiary.
Okay, okay. And the individual private party can buy the property.
Yes.
Okay.
For protecting the assets only, the trustee is there. You can sell it at not it's not a
So basically, if a land is held by an individual, it is transferred to the trust by registering again and transferring the property into the trust name. And then the trust has the beneficiaries and all the rules and regulations. And if that particular property has to be sold, the trustee can sell it to another private party.
You can write in the trust that it should not be sold, because already 5 crore financial asset is there only. We are going to create a trust. In
So
the
there is
lifetime,
some of our participants are like NRIs, so they are OCIs. So can they start a family trust in India?
yes.
Okay, okay, because they are holding properties here.
In India. According to if there is mobile immobile property is there, means that will act according to the law of the country where real estate property is there. So it will work like this only. If the real estate property is there, then it will work according to Indian law.
Okay. Yeah. I think the other question is regarding the stamp duty. Dr. Kumaresh has told that it will incur when you are transferring it to the trust, you have to pay the stamp duty.
Yeah. That varies from state to state.
Yeah. So I think as a first step, maybe if you are overwhelmed by the idea of the trust, everybody can start off with a will, at least to begin with, and then move on to the trust form thing. Because sometimes the idea of transferring the property and all might sound a little scary. So simpler would be to start off with a will. You start with a will initially, and then you can go on to the trust. The next question is who to go to start a trust. I think you can message Dr. Kumaresh. He will guide you on either he will guide directly or can guide you on the people who can help you create the trust. So I think Dr. Kumaresh number is there. So, sir, if you can put your number in the chat box, I think it will be helpful for people to connect to you, sir, for the trust formation.
Dr. Savi Shankar has asked, what's the ideal situation to start trust? In the if the financial asset is 5 crores, that's the best time to start a trust. Or in the slide, one slide I told no, which is ideal to write a will or trust. If you are disinheriting a member, if you are supporting if you need after your death, you have to support a family member. Any special child is there, minor kids are there, then it is very, very, very useful to write a trust. Better to form a trust than writing a will, because after you, the trust deed will come. The trustee will be in your shoes, and that he will do what you might have done when you are alive, for the benefit of the beneficiary.
Other idea is basically you can start a trust and on day one you don't have to transfer all the properties into it. So you can do it in a stage-wise manner also. Just start a trust, let it be a small entity, and then you just transfer your little bit of financial assets into that. And slowly as time passes also, you can transfer the properties into that. So that should not be. And sir, can we, in the trust, can we write something like after death, the properties can go into the trust? That is also possible, no, sir?
Testamentary. After
Okay.
till you can write all the properties can go to the
Okay.
trust.
So you create a trust as entity, have it as an, even if you're afraid of transferring everything now, you have it as an entity, just empty entity. And then in the will, you can write that all the properties will go to the trust after this, your death. And the trust will work this way. I think that is also possible that way. So that is also a good idea. I think Dr. Sampada has a question. Doctor, you can unmute and ask directly.
To start a trust. I have enumerated all those things, and
If the nominee name is given to one child to all parents' accounts, no will return. In that scenario, will all the deposits be shared among all the children later?
if a nominee name is given to one child, all parents' account, no will return. No will return means according to the Succession Act. The nominee, suppose 1 crore rupees there, that one child will go to the bank and get that 1 crore, and he has to divide as per the succession law. If there is no will means Hindu Succession Act says means if mother is the, as I told, how many legal heirs are there, then it will be divided according to that succession law. Not if will is not written, then succession law will come into place. If law comes means there's no alternative. If you want to divide your property according to your will and wish, write a will. If you give the power to the court, then it will act as per the law.
Dr. Kumaresh,
Yeah.
can I ask one question?
Yeah,
Is family trust and HUF are same thing?
No, HUF is Hindu undivided family. It is a different entity. It is for the worship, food, clothing, betterment, business purposes. HUF is formed. But private family trust is for your family alone, because HUF is for 4 generations. That concept is different. HUF is for tax saving purposes. We are using, and trust is different entity, also different purposes.
Sir, what is probation of the will, sir? You said in Chennai, we have to
Yeah.
probate a will.
Yes.
I have this issue with my parents. So
Yes.
they said the legal hire is better and they acted accordingly. But now we got to, what do you mean by probation of will, sir? What to do actually?
If will is written,
Okay.
suppose, again, I am telling my example. My father after retirement has got one property in my sister's name, because
Okay.
she is working in government service. She doesn't want to get property in her name. After my mother's death in 2019, the will has to be executed. Now, for that, in Chennai, Mumbai, and Kolkata, that will has to be authorized by the court. For the past 4 years, my sister is running from pillar to post to get the property name converted into her name. For the past 4 years, she has spent around 5 lakh rupees till date. The property is still, it is not in her name.
So we have to write the will, and by the court it has to be probated.
Family settlement.
Oh.
That's the easiest way.
Oh.
That's the easiest way. While you are alive, give it to the daughter or son. Or sell it, convert it into financial asset, then have it. Real estate property in these 3 cities, transferring, no, it's big cumbersome. For the past 4 years, my sister is running. I can't believe that. It's not easy.
But once legal hire is there, that property will go to him.
My will is written by my mother, and she is there and
Oh.
we are everything is in papers. I am ready to help her as a legal heir. But for the past 4 years, it has not converted into her name. That is court. That is court.
So
There is
settlement.
somebody, a Zoom user, I don't know the name. He has raised his hand. Sir, you
Already
can.
last question. He has completed. He has not
Oh,
down. Yeah.
okay, it's not okay. So, are there any other questions on this topic?
Yes, sir. Kindly share your mobile number once again for the benefit of the group. And what we understood from the talk was that it is better to go for family settlement rather than for a will or a registered will or a trust. Am
In
I right?
Chennai, Mumbai, and Kolkata. There only the will has to be probated, and now Supreme Court has come out that there is no need for a probate, but still we have to get probate. But now it has come with a suggestion last month, I think.
Right.
But
Thank
for
you.
other cities, even in Chennai, no periphery part, there is no need. Even it's known as Chennai, but old Chennai, that part is otherwise comes in other district, Kanchipuram or some other districts is coming. So there it is not needed, but better to confirm with the registrar office whether we should get probate to convert it into the legal heir's name.
Yeah, today being the yes, madam, please go ahead. Please.
Yeah, I'm registered actually. Name of Sapna Verma. So I just wanted to know, sir ran through the of class heirs for female. Can I just see that slide in for little detail? He explained in detail for males. I just want to see the slide for female.
Yeah.
Legal heirs of husband. Okay. So mother and father of a female child comes in class 3.
Yes. If nobody is there in class 1 or class 2 only, the class 3 will come. If anybody, not even single person is there, then it not be passed on to class 2.
Okay.
If anyone is there, then it will go to that person only.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
So today
Sir,
being
phone
the
number.
last day of our 10-week session, is there anybody who has attended all the 10 sessions? So I'd like to have your feedback about, I think it is almost 3 months you are attending, right from the basics till the will creation. Has anybody
Yes,
attended all the 10 sessions? All the
sir.
sessions?
Yes, I'm Dr. Maheshwari. I attended all the sessions, sir. It was really useful right from the start till today. Really an eye opener for me. I'm quite new to all this. Thank you so much, Dr. Sendil, for arranging this, and it's really useful. Really useful.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. We tried it as an experiment. We didn't know whether people will attend regularly, and I think apparently our experiment has succeeded, and maybe hopefully we would like to continue it maybe after 2-3 months again another set of session, or maybe an advanced course we will try to do. So how many of us have a will in this group? I don't know. Maybe most of us will not have written a will. So it's like an eye opener today, and maybe we'll. I think even if 20% of us get convinced to write a will, I think that will be very useful for conducting these sessions. Thank you, madam, for attending sincerely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think every Sunday at 4 to 6, it takes lots of dedication to attend it on a Sunday. So I think that is another, only really motivated people can attend it. So anybody else who has been attending regularly, it would be nice to have your positive, negative feedback. Both are okay. We are okay to change.
Sir, I'm Dr. Shapna. I've also been attending regularly, and I found it very useful because it started from basics, right from whether it was stocks to mutual funds. It was very, very useful for a beginner like me to listen to everything. And it went right up to like the last session also was informative about if you have huge amounts of money, AIF, like, the
Mhm.
extent of wealth creation which we can do is it covered the whole gamut of it, right? From a retail investor to having an AIF to now will. So very useful it was for me. I really enjoyed all the sessions. Every Sunday I
Have you
used to
done
look forward
any,
to it.
after attending these sessions, have you done any changes? Like, have you
Yes,
gone ahead and executed something?
yes, sir. One which I did was I was putting in mutual funds, but in a regular plan. So I converted to a direct plan. Then
Mm.
small changes I started. Then I started learning about stocks, and I'm now doing some research in stocks. Still not started buying, but I started looking at the fundamentals of the company as from whatever I could understand. And so small changes, I think, and it now planning has to start. But at least I was a total raw novice, so I am reading up more now about things,
Yeah, I think that
financial things.
change in mindset is the main thing, because even now, every week I speak with a lot of my friends who are totally, they are very good specialists. They know a lot about their specialty, but in terms of finance, they are very poor.
Exactly,
It is
exactly. We have
not
no
about,
knowledge.
yeah, it's not about how much money we make, but it's about how much properly we spend. Are we spending that properly, and are we investing it properly? So I think these are the
Truly,
two
true,
things
sir.
which are missing in our doctor profession, because we are too much engaged in seeing the patients and we don't have time for anything else. So these
True,
sessions
sir.
are designed to educate our members in these things. And thanks to people like Dr. Kumaresh, and we had almost 10 speakers who are all experts in that particular field. Maybe one or two sessions might have been repetitive, but mostly we had doctors. We tried to have as many doctors as possible in these sessions, and
Yes, yes.
most of them are experts there. Like Dr. Kumaresh, he's a very different person, because to leave anesthesia and then to get into financial, like a career change. I think only 0.01% of the doctors can do that kind of a change, because to start, leave something which you have learned and practiced all over your life, and then to delve into a new domain, and then trying to establish a career out of it is something not easy for most of the doctors, most of the professionals, I will say. So that is something and when they do that, it means they are really passionate about what they are doing, and they are knowledgeable about that. And the main idea is to help others. So basically, why Dr. Kumaresh is doing is not only like, the intention is not money, because he could have made a lot of money in anesthesia only, but he wants to educate other doctors, other professionals like him, who are unaware of all these things, and then making these financial mistakes which he also would have made. And then he decided that, okay, let me now, I've learned all these things, let me now and educate my other fraternity on all these aspects. So his aim is to reach out to 1 lakh doctors. So he is aiming to reach out to 1 lakh doctors through his initiatives. And I think we all should support, rather than supporting any other financial advisor, somebody on our own faculty. I think it's important to support him. And I think he has shared his number. Please do get in touch with them. And If there are any other 1 or 2 feedbacks, we can still another 8 minutes we can do, and then we can close the session at
Yeah,
5:30.
still, yeah, I have attended 5 or 6 of these sessions. In
Yes, sir.
fact, I could not attend a couple of these because I was traveling. But like most of these I've listened to, and I hope the rest of these will also be available on YouTube. So I'll find time to read about it. These are good sessions for the beginners, of course. But I was already into some mutual funds and shares, but still the kind of knowledge which we get by going through these sessions is really helpful. I think that the will and the retirement plans and all that at least gives us a thought on what to do next. I have not done any will or retirement planning as yet, but I'm sure with this there are some thoughts going into the mind that we should do it in the right time.
Yeah, because mostly we see if both the parents or parents of our friends are after death, there is a lot of legal issues in getting the property. It's a very common thing which we hear. So even one of my close friends, her mother expired 2 years back, and then recently father expired. They had lot of properties, at least 10 apartments and everything, but the sister went and filed a case that she wanted a 75%. So all the properties, even now, they are not able to properly enjoy it because the father was good in earning the money, but he was not good in writing a will or giving it as per his wish to the daughters. I think that is something which should not happen in our family also. I think it's something really most important to think on those lines. And maybe if we all of us should at least have 2024 as a target to write a will, or before the end of 2024, we should have a family trust in place. I think that if we have a timeline and then implement it, it should be really good. Sir, all the sessions are, I think most of the sessions are available in our YouTube channel. We have a channel called Aftal Practice Development. If you go to the live videos part, I think most of the sessions are there. Even today's session is being live streamed. So you can watch, I think almost 8 of the sessions are online. We will upload the other 2 also. So it's free to watch, and you can watch any number of times.
Thank you. Thanks.
What's the art of money management from my mentor? He talks about the power of money, how we can live. He gave me the vision of happy people, happy society, happy nation. So he gave me the vision and mission of inspiring, empowering 1 lakh doctors to attain the financial freedom. Because I attained the financial freedom in 2020, but I knew only in 2021 after my mentor told that you are financially free. Until then, I don't know. Most of the doctors are like that. So whether you are financially free or not, that's why I'm a freedom life coach. Because I'm living freedom life from money. I'm experiencing that. That is experiencing freedom life. Around how I am enjoying my time where I want to spend. I don't need to go for cases. I've got time in my control. What is very scarce in this world is time. All from richest man to poorest man, everybody has got 24 hours. Where they are going to spend? That is very important. Morning 9 to 6, we are in OP. Means we are doing like this, the same thing every day. But where do you want to design your day means, then you have to design your time. To whom you need to spend your time with. So the power of money is taught by my mentor, Mr. Dharmendra Sadapati sir. Art of money management. He has first video he has
Yes,
given.
sir.
Yeah.
We started
Yeah.
We started our sessions with your mentor and we are ending with his student. So
Yes. Yes, sir.
that is
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yeah. Happy to help you all. Yes, sir.
Sir, if there are any other questions we can have, or else we can close, because tomorrow I think is a holiday, and wish you all a very happy Christmas and happy New Year 2024. And let us all resolve to, because as doctors, we do a lot of service to the community and our family and all, but I think there should be some amount of service we also do to our own faculty. 10% of our life, I think, should be dedicated for some common goal, like as Dr. Kumaresh has taken. And so let us all resolve to do something for common good, apart from our own family and relatives and other, even our own patients, but maybe additionally do something new. So I think that will really help us think in different ways. So, as Dr. Kumaresh said, financial freedom should be the goal for everybody to attain, like without worrying about our monthly income or annual income, the ability to do what you want to do, where you want to do, when you want to do, and with whoever you want to do. I think if you have that freedom of time, that is the first freedom we all should aim to achieve. And then once we achieve the financial freedom, the next freedom we should aim to achieve is the freedom of mind, maybe living at peace. And I think the spiritual dimension, the other exploration, because once we achieve financial freedom, then we also have the time to think on those lines and think about the freedom of the mind and the spiritual domain, spirituality angle of freedom is also there. So, thank you everybody for attending this session and all the 10-week session. Whoever has missed these sessions, please do have a look at our YouTube videos, and looking forward to your suggestions and improving the group. And we almost have 1,300 members in that group. Basically, I have been focused more on ophthalmologist. All our other initiatives are focused on ophthalmologist, and this is the only group where we also have non-ophthalmologists and general doctors and doctors from other specialties. So, in fact, we plan to have a conference in Noida on May 27, 28, 29 at Noida. And the first day we want to dedicate it to general physician and physicians of other specialties. So I'll be updating you about the event on our group also. And please do stay in touch, and you can contact me in WhatsApp if you have any suggestions. And thank you, everybody, and have a good evening and good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you.